So Richard Paul Evans is a friend of mine. He's a New York Times best-selling author. And early in his career, when he was traveling a lot, he started becoming distant from his wife. And they started having more arguments, and then they started really having some serious tension, and they started thinking that their marriage wasn't going to survive. And this broke Richard's heart because he wanted to stay married and happily married. That was one of his important goals in life. And he was in Atlanta one night talking to her on the phone, and they had a huge blow up, and she hung up on him, and he thought, this marriage is over. And he started crying and sobbing, and he actually started praying and wondering what he should do. And he said he got a very, very clear answer. He knew exactly what he needed to do. He went home, and there was a lot of tension, and the next morning he woke up and he said to his wife, he said, what can I do today to make your life better? She said, what are you talking about? He said, no, please, tell me what I can do to make your life better. She said, okay, go clean the garage. So he smiled and went out and cleaned the garage for a couple hours. The next morning, things are still pretty chilly, and he says to his wife, what can I do to make your life better? And she says, clean the kitchen. So he smiles, okay, and he cleaned the kitchen. He did that every day for a month. And finally she said, why are you doing this? And they had probably one of the most heartfelt conversations they'd ever had, where she felt like he was going to leave her because he was becoming quite famous as a best-selling author, and she was home alone, and she was insecure, and she was getting angry at him. And they had this great talk, and they both started then doing good deeds regularly, where she started saying, how can I better meet your needs? And they not only are madly in love, but he says, we really like each other. And they have a fabulous marriage, and they attribute it to that experience where they started thinking more about the other person and doing something kind and meaningful each day for each other. And that really saved their marriage and changed their lives. If you want to hear more amazing stories of people who have changed their lives, check out our book, One People, One Planet, and our course, which is on our website.